Hi everyone. Um, this is going to be a blog on diabetes because it's Diabetes Week this week, and I just wanted to raise some awareness around it. Being a type 1 diabetic myself, um, before I get into the diary vlog, what I did was I recorded myself over the week to show you guys what exactly it's like to live with diabetes. Um, and during that week, I was actually sick, so you could definitely see the struggles that we face when we're sick. So basically, I start with what is diabetes. There's two types. There's type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is insulin dependent, which is what I am, and type 2 is down to lifestyle and genetics. Type 1 is more an autoimmune disease where, now I'm no scientist or doctor, but it's where the cells in your body, but if you have a viral infection, say, when you're younger, the cells in your body are attacking, and then what happens is they kind of kill off some cells in your pancreas because that's where insulin comes from. So basically, my pancreas is useless to me because it doesn't produce any insulin, whereas people who don't have diabetes, it does. So that's where it comes from. Why I wanted to raise awareness, because diabetes actually causes a lot of complications and is very dangerous. Like people who don't have diabetes, I can't pick one, maybe bar my mother or someone close to me, and say, can you stand up and explain diabetes to me and everything that goes with it. Now, I find people have no problem kind of explaining what celiac disease is, what asthma is, what cystic fibrosis is, or what cancer is, because there's so much awareness about it. Whereas diabetes, you hear like little to none. So this is why I'm doing it. So I'll explain a few terms. So basically, diabetics have to monitor their blood sugars. I have to do 4 times a day, as well as inject 4 times a day. Now, I have to inject 2 types of insulin. I have to inject NovaRapid, which you'll see a lot of in the video. That's a fast-acting insulin that I have to take with meals. And then once a day in the morning, I have to take Tresiba, which is a slow-acting insulin, or long-acting insulin. It's kind of like the background insulin that just slowly, really kind of a steady kind of a release to stabilise blood sugars, along with the fast-acting. The fast-acting you take with meals, so it kind of counteracts the carbohydrates or sugars that you're after eating. So blood sugars. For me, my blood sugar has to be between 4 to 7. 7 to 10 isn't bad, but when you're over 18, it has to be between 4 and 7. When it gets into the late teens, so this is what we call, when your blood sugar is high, we call it hyperglycemia. When it gets into the late teens, that's dangerous because you are then entering you're crossing the line of ketones in your blood, which is too much sugar in your system. If you let this continue, you go into a thing called DKA, which is diabetes ketoacidosis. Basically, this is when it causes your blood to go acidic and it starts attacking your organs on the inside. Then you have hypoglycemia, whereas you're low blood sugar. So with low blood sugar, you either have too much insulin or have taken too much insulin, you've exercised, which is not bad. I'm not saying don't exercise. Or you haven't eaten enough. A low is anything below 4. Now, when I'm between 2.5 and 4, the symptoms the symptoms are, I start feeling kind of a little bit out of it. My hands get really clammy. I start getting cold sweats. As I go lower, I start getting really weak. My legs feel like jelly. I can't think straight. I can't really see properly. And this is dangerous, because if you let that go, you will collapse, you will have a seizure. Well, not everyone, but you could have a seizure, go into a coma, and then eventually pass away from heart failure. It's the same as going high. If you let yourself go really high, you'll slip into a coma, and then you will eventually pass away as well. So this is why I want to raise awareness, because I don't think a lot of people know that it's this serious, which it is. So when I go low, I usually take these. They're dextro tablets, like glucose, pure glucose. Take about 2 to 3 of them. Wait 10 minutes. Test my blood sugar, see if it's come up a bit. If it has, great. And if I'm not eating within the next hour, I normally take a snack. When I go high, I try and give myself maybe just a little bit of extra insulin, and maybe just not eat for a while and just wait for it to come down. When we're sick, so you'll see in the vlog that when I was sick, my blood sugars were just spiraling out of control, and I only had a simple head cold and a little bit of a chest infection, which I kind of still have, so sorry for the snuffles. So yeah, what happens is our body it's not really taking in the insulin well, because our body is actually fighting off the infection. So this is why they went out of control. So anyway, I'm going to get to the day I was diagnosed. I'm 14 years in August, diabetic. So in 2005 was when I was diagnosed. I was 11. Most type 1 diabetics are diagnosed when they're young. What happened was I had gone to the doctor on and off, kind of feeling unwell. I was thirsty, tired. I was losing weight, like dramatically. And the first doctor didn't see it. So then we were going on holidays, and we found out that we were going to France to camp just outside of Paris, and that we were going to Disneyland Paris. And this was like kid's dream come true. So I was feeling really unwell when travelling out. We were carrying like big rucksacks on our backs, and dreadful. I was thirsty the whole time. Because I was thirsty then, I had to go to the toilet the whole time. So you can picture it was a nightmare, because we were getting on and off of metros. We were trying to find the camp where it was, and we had to walk out in taxis, and the heat, oh my god, the heat. It was ridiculous. So we got to the campsite, and I just remember just opening this can, and it was cold, and I just downed it. I don't know what it was. It was pure sugar anyway. So if you think like I'm there downing sugary drinks non-stop, it's not great. So we were I'm not sure where exactly we were staying, but I remember getting really sick. Like my chest was really sore, and I felt unwell. So my mum brought me we found a doctor. So we went to a doctor, and he thought it was just chest infection. He gave me tablets and stuff, and that was okay. So the next day we went into Paris, and we were going to the Eiffel Tower, and that is the only day of the holiday I remember feeling really well, and I thought I was getting over it, and I really enjoyed the day, and it was a beautiful day. Then it just literally went downhill from then on. I was really, really sick in one night. Like I had pain in my belly, my ribs, I couldn't sleep, all this. So a doctor came out to the campsite that night, and he was like, do you know the way they kind of push into your belly? And he was like, oh, you have an allergic reaction to the tablet that the other doctor gave me. That was fine, whatever. and then the next night I was literally on death's door. I'm no lie. I was up and down to the toilet every half hour, and I had a really, really excruciating pain in kind of my chest and my belly in between there. To the point, like, my mother thought that maybe the doctor had cracked a rib or something when he's pushing into my stomach. So on this one occasion of going to the toilet for the 1 millionth time with my mother, I started freaking out and panicking. I was actually hallucinating because I thought the twigs, you might laugh at this, but it wasn't kind of funny at the time. The twigs on the ground I thought were snakes, and on the way to the toilet. And then there was a woman walking towards me that I thought was my auntie, because we went out with my auntie, my other cousin. And I got to the toilet, and next thing my nose just spouted and just kept bleeding and bleeding and bleeding and just wouldn't stop. So went back to bed. I couldn't sleep that night, so woke up. Well, I don't know if I woke up, but I was drinking 7-Up the whole time. So my mum ran and got the camp manager. This woman, I think her name was Monica. She was brilliant. I think she literally saved my life. So she saw me and she called. She said, "You need to get an ambulance straight away." So she called an ambulance first, and while waiting on the ambulance, I was literally in and out of consciousness. I couldn't stay awake. So the ambulance came out and they check you there and then, and they literally said she's diabetic to Mammy, and Mammy said she was just so relieved because she thought it was something worse. She thought, okay, she didn't really, none of us really knew what it was. So I just remember being on the ambulance and I just fell in sleep, and I woke up, and apparently I was in a coma for 2 days in the ICU. But the care that I got, I don't think I'd be here today if it wasn't for them. I literally had 10 minutes to live, they said to my mother after. What happened was my blood sugar was the highest that they have ever seen come in. And what happened was, basically, I was DKA, as I said earlier. So my blood was was acidic, basically, and was attacking all my organs on the inside. My heart, my kidneys, everything was it was starting to shut down. So I was there for the 2 days in the coma and ICU, and then I was brought to a room and I spent 5 days there where they were kind of like teaching me. I remember one night having a complete meltdown in the bathroom, crying and everything to Mammy, because they told me basically that I couldn't eat sweets anymore or anything. So that didn't go down well, not with an 11-year-old. And then I was transferred to Wexford General Hospital, and for another 5 days, and that was brilliant. They were really good to me, and my whole family came in to see me. So it was nice to see them. I didn't think I was going to get emotional. It's definitely time in a month or something. So since that day being diagnosed, it has been kind of up and down. This is why I wanted to raise awareness, because I don't think anyone knows the seriousness of this long-term illness. Like a girl, I won't mention names, but a girl that from County Wexford, she she died of a heart attack caused from diabetes, and yeah, I just thought, like, she was only 17 at the time. She had been unwell, and I just wanted to just raise some awareness on it, like, it just. But I wanted, actually, another thing I want to address is these myths and sayings that people come out with. Oh, you're a diabetic, so you can't eat sugar. Wrong. Yes, I am a diabetic, but we actually can eat sugar. It's just all moderation and balance. It's like a diet. It's like eating a healthy lifestyle. Or are you a serious diabetic, like a bad diabetic? There's no such thing as mild, moderate, severe diabetes. That is down to you and how you control your diabetes. My HbA1c was 7.3 the last time, which is good, but I'd like to get it down further. HbA1c is basically where you get blood taken and it measures your blood sugars from the last 2 to 3 months. So you get an average. I'd like it to come down below 7 if I can. The last few months my life have just been not great. So that's definitely going to, I'd say, have an impact on my next checkup. I have a checkup once every 8 months down in Wexford. Yeah, what's the other thing people say? Oh, you can't have diabetes, you're skinny. That's type 2 diabetes, and you don't have to be overweight to have type 2 diabetes. It's down to your lifestyle and how you eat. I'm trying to think what other things other people say. Oh no, I couldn't, or something like this, like, oh no, I couldn't inject myself, I hate needles. Well, look, if I didn't inject myself, I'd die, basically. And we're lucky here in Ireland, as in the sense, all diabetic medicines, insulins, needles, everything we need is free to us. In some countries, I know that they actually have to pay for it. So we're lucky in that sense. But look, I'll stop talking and blubbering on camera here now. I actually didn't think I was going to get emotional, but look, however. So if there is any questions, you know where to get me. I'll leave my kind of social media handles with the video. I think I covered everything. If I didn't, so be it. But I'll let you have a look at my kind of a week in the life of diabetic, we'll call it. Excuse me in half it because I'm grumpy and I'm sick, and then kind of near the end of it, I get better. Thanks for listening. Right, so it's day 1 of the vlog on diabetes, and it's not a great week to be starting on because I actually feels like a chest infection and head cold. So the blood sugars were up this morning. I was actually 20.1. And I don't want people to start like judging me, other diabetics coming on here judging me, getting on to me, or nutritionists or doctors or whatever, because unless you're a diabetic, you don't really know what it's like. The struggles, the constant day-to-day struggles of diabetes, it's pain, really. I was 20, so I'm trying to like drink loads of fluids, keep eating well, and give myself that extra bit of insulin to bring it down. But yeah, that's this morning anyway. I'll keep you all updated. So it's lunchtime now, and I'm gonna have something to eat. But before I have to eat, every time I check my blood sugar with this machine here, this is the monitor. This is the thing you prick your finger with, and these are the test strips. Then once I do that, then I have to inject myself with insulin. I'll just show you here now. So that's it. That's the needle. Small enough. So in total I do this, I inject myself 4 times a day. Geez, this is actually hard to do now. Just cover that there. Yeah, so 4 times a day to do this every time I eat. So I'll check my blood sugar, I'll show you what I do. I probably won't be able to do this. So basically, of course they all fell out. Tear out strip, put it into the machine. You can see push this down and you release the needle like this. So pricks your finger. Right, this is going to be a little bit awkward now to do this while recording. So I'll just, what'll I do? I'll just put this down here. So maybe you can see it then. So there you go. And there's the blood. You just put it in that. And it counts down. My blood sugar is 10.3 at the moment, which is an improvement. So yeah, so I'm probably going to have, I'm not feeling great today, so I'll probably just have, I'm feeling like a ham and cheese toasty on the George now with a cup of tea. So when I'm having 2 slices bread, it's kind of like a multi-seed bread. I'll probably give myself about, so the dial is here. I'm going to say 8 units. With diabetes, you have to count the carbohydrates. It's kind of a bit complicated, but it's okay. So let's take the lid off. It's going to be awkward now again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to inject it into my leg there. So maybe if I just kind of balance the phone on the counter, you can kind of see it there. So you grab whatever you can, and oh, still not working. So we'll say here, stab it straight in. You can see it's in there, and just inject. Kind of you leave it for a few seconds to get the oil all out. Take it out. Lid back on, and yeah, that's it. And we have to do that 4 times a day, so it's okay. We are going out for some dinner tonight because my other half passed his exams, and I want to bring him for something nice. With diabetes, and going out for dinner is kind of complicated because you're counting carbohydrates. You don't know exactly what's what, but when I go out for dinner, I always say feck it and just enjoy it, because you don't get to do it quite often. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. So it's day 2 and it's the morning time. I'm just going to show you what I have to do in the morning. I have to do 2 injections in the morning, check blood sugar and stuff before I eat. So I'm just going to put the phone down here just so you can see. Hopefully blood sugar isn't too bad. Still feel horrible. Like when someone has a cold, it's not just simply, oh, it's just a cold. Kind of takes longer for a diabetic to get over it. No blood in that finger. There we go. So I still feel a bit groggy. I've had this since last week, really. And of course it is high, 16.6, which isn't not good. So this is the other injection I take. It's Tresiba. This is a slow acting insulin. So I take 30 units of this every morning. I only take this injection once a day. It kind of acts as the background insulin to stabilising my blood sugars. So it is important to take that every morning. I used to take it at night time, but the doctors now recommended to take it in the morning instead. And then I'll take my Nova Rapid. Now this is a fast acting insulin, and this is the one I take 3 times a day. The one that you take before you eat. Fast acting means it will, obviously what it says, it'll react quicker. So I have to kind of take into account what I'm going to eat this morning, and then the fact that my blood sugar is a little bit high, and the fact that I'm not well. So I think I'll give, you see, you don't want to go, this insulin can cause you to go low, your blood sugar to drop, which is called a hypoglycemia. But I'll get into that in one of the videos. I think I'll give myself 12 because I won't be doing much activity, so I want to just do that in the other leg. So now, and that's it for the morning time. Excuse me here, it's just later, I'm only out of bed everywhere. So yeah, as you can see, I'm having a few blueberries, about 30 grams of granola, and there's 100 grams of Greek yogurt underneath there. And let's not forget the coffee. So blood sugars haven't been great today. That's definitely because of the sickness, and I'm kind of glad that I am sick this week, because it just goes to show kind of how hard it is for us to control our blood sugars when we're not well. The insulin doesn't work properly because our body is trying to fight off the infection. But yeah, hopefully it'll start coming right again soon, and hopefully this will pass. I'm supposed to be going to CrossFit tonight at 7. I'll see how I am later on, and I'll decide then. So my blood sugars are still high, and I can't stop eating all around me today. That probably is one of the main reasons why blood sugars are high, but I feel sick too, and I find when I'm sick, I'm way more hungry, and I just want to eat all shite food. Just eat all day. So I'm trying to kind of snack on the healthier option. So I'm eating some popcorn while waiting on dinner. The joys. But yeah. My blood sugar is finally starting to come down. And I actually feel a lot better as well. Yay. Netflix and chill kind of a day. It's really shit out today. It's really windy and rain and stuff, and it's the first day I actually feel back to normal. So I am determined to get these blood sugars to go down. So for a snack, I'm having a few nuts and a cheese string, because I'm a big child really. I'm sitting here in a Minnie Mouse pyjamas. So finally I'm wearing pyjamas in gym gear. Not even going to the gym. I'm going to go tomorrow though. I'm going to make myself go. Blood sugars are still high, but not as high as yesterday. They're 12. I'm going to put that down to the syrup that I'm taking for my throat. There's glucose in it, so I'm going to have some dinner now. I'm going to have a nice steak stir fry and some brown basmati rice. Hopefully I'll start seeing a better improvement tomorrow with blood sugars and stuff. But like, this is it. This is the struggle that we all have, diabetics have, especially when we're sick. It's very hard to just get them controlled. And when you're really sick, like when you're actually vomiting and stuff, you have to keep taking insulin. Never skip any injections. That's lethal. I got sick twice one night and I ended up being hospitalised because of it. So that was a lesson learned. Yeah, so you never skip your injections. You keep taking in fluids. If you can't eat, sip on fruit juice so your blood sugars stay up, so you don't go low. Because that's why people don't take their injections, because they're afraid of going low, because they're getting sick, and it's a vicious cycle. But yeah, today was better than yesterday, but tomorrow I hope it's better. So today is a better day. 10.8. I'm on the way down finally. Excuse me here, I'm after putting out cotton dry in there. But I'm feeling much better. So I'm gonna have a bit of lunch now. Lunchtime, I may inject myself. This is so hard to do. Ronna, can I just show you? I'll do it without, like, kind of, I shouldn't really be doing this now. 1, 2, 3. And that's it, really, like. Oh yeah, dial it up would be good, wouldn't it? I'm having a toasted sandwich. Give myself 10. There we go. Leave it in then. And you can do it through your clothes. And that's it. Blood sugar for dinner is 11.4. We are slowly but surely getting there. Better than me in 1920s anyway. Just put on there now. Gonna have some chicken, potatoes and veg. Bedtime now. So as you can see, today was actually a better day for me. My blood sugars are coming back to normal. I feel good again, which is so glad, because I was just feeling like such a bag of shit. So tomorrow's the last day of the vlog, and I hope that this kind of got the message across to people about kind of the struggles that we face and on a day-to-day basis. And as I said before, I'm glad I was kind of sick for half of this, because it just goes to show you the struggle of controlling your blood sugars and having to keep an eye on your blood sugars more often when you're sick. And the effect that sickness has on our blood sugars that people don't realise. Like, I just had a simple head cold, bit of a chest infection, and like my blood sugars are just spiraling out of control. But yeah, I shall see you all tomorrow.